Hi everyone, in this video I'm going to try to demystify a little bit how you can track, let's say, e-commerce events within Matomo with Google Tag Manager and Google Analytics 4 in mind. So on matomo.org you have a full web page explaining about how to migrate from GA4 to Matomo, which is explaining already the concept behind the events setup, which is tackling a little bit the issue that we are going to have. So it's explaining, in fact, how it is done in Google Analytics 4, and it's explaining how to do it for Matomo. But what it's not explaining you yet is how you can use your existing Google Tag Manager implementation for GA4 with Matomo, which is in fact represented by the following web page that we can see over here, which unfortunately is in French, which is explaining you how to make the e-commerce tracking with Matomo Tag Manager in order to make it compatible with the one of GA4. So to say, you implement all the thing on GTM for GA4, and by migrating to Matomo or by adding Matomo to your website, you don't want to reinvent the wheel, and you want to use your existing GTM implementation. So in order to illustrate this, I just did that for one single type of events. I'm using over here a product page, and I'm going to use the product view feature of Matomo, which consists of sending information for information about a given product. And this is what I did. So over here I added Google Tag Manager, even though that's not really important here, Google Tag Manager. What is important here is the data layer of Google Tag Manager. That's the important part that we're going to work around here. So the idea is, like, as a website owner, if you are using GTM, you may already have implemented this on your website, and this is by default not recognized by Matomo Tag Manager. Okay, so that may be problematic because you don't want to create another specific data layer just for Matomo Tag Manager. You want to use the same one. So if that's your concern, this is what you can do. You can go within your container over here, and then you edit your container and you say actively synchronize from Google Tag Manager data layer. When enabled, any new values passed to the GTM data layer will be synchronized with the Matomo Tag Manager data layer. So there can be a recognition of your data layer. Okay, that's important. So that's the checkbox that you need to tick. Next big thing, we're going to see about how we're going to use it within Matomo Tag Manager. So for this, you just click on the Tag Manager, and then you're gonna create your tag. Okay, so in my case, that's gonna be the view product. So of course here, this tracking code need to align with what you have already defined within your data layer. So here in my case, I have the product ID, the product name, the product category, I mean all of those, which is aligning with what is written within the source code over here. I could have decided to work differently by creating variable for each, but I didn't. Okay, I'm gonna be kind of lazy here and just make a straight correspondence between the two. Okay, then add, in addition to this data layer e-commerce variable, which is gonna carry, in fact, all the dynamic value that you want to push over here. Those dynamic value will be represented so as a variable, which is going to be here, named e-commerce data layer. And that's almost it. The next remaining step is just to create a custom event. Here the custom event is the view item, and as well this one is automatically recognized by the push over here, the view item push. So as far as you get the two, so to say, the e-commerce variable that we just saw here. Okay, the e-commerce variable is going to read the data layer of GTM. And as well, as far as you create the custom event in order to recognize what's going on the page, then as a result, when you just look at the page over here, you will see that in the network, you are getting your e-commerce view item, which is pushed according to the rules. And then you are getting your e-commerce view item, which is sent with, of course, the different values that you accept to grab. And as a result, you will get them. So unfortunately, I didn't enable the e-commerce on this given website, so I'm just gonna change that out again. E-commerce. It's an e-commerce website, and I just need to. That's all good. Okay. So normally, now I should see them within the e-commerce log. So if I just refresh my page, okay, so here, as you can see, I'm not seeing it within the e-commerce log because probably the purchase need to be made, but for the rest, as you can see, I'm getting my data properly sent within Matomo with the average price, with the product name, and with the SKU. So for the remaining steps, what you need, so as it's introduced over here in the article, you need as well to do it for the other part, so to say, dealing with category page, and as well dealing with the tracking of the order, and then you get all your integration made for GTM supported by Matomo. The only remaining step, as I mentioned, is over here for the add to cart, which is a bit more special. You need, in fact, to do this part manually on your code in order to be able to support it.